So welcome to the video. Yesterday, there's a Reddit post that came out and it says about Division 2 Year 3 DLC in new game modes, right? Involving hunters and Natalia Sokolova. So I'm now going to play catch up and actually have a read through it. Now I'm only looking at the game mode and what it says about the manhunt. Now take it with a pinch of salt and all that jazz because it's more than likely fake. However, if there's some truth to it, then great. However, you know what things like this have been like in the past with the Division, where it's either been right or it's been completely wrong. Then I'll give my thoughts afterwards. Right, so this is going to be a mouthful. So, new DLC Manhunt. Right. The Hunters unite under one leader named Natalia Sokolov. So, in other words, they're known as Russian Death Squads. There are 4 lieutenants that work under Natalia and will need to be defeated in order to find the final location of Natalia Sokolov. The final location of Natalia Sokolov is in Delaware, USA. This is where the final boss fight will occur, but also where the new game mode will be introduced. The 4 lieutenants have raid-like mechanics, so this will not be another rerun of manhunts like we currently do. They will have white mechanics, puzzles, etc. The first lieutenant goes under the name of Vicar, the second lieutenant known as Liza, then Veta. The third lieutenant is also known as Loisha. I'll probably botch that one. The fourth lieutenant is known as Nikita, and only information we have on Natalia is that she is a close combat operative. She uses a new exotic SMG called the Ryzak. I think I've got that right. That will also be obtained by defeating her and obtaining a quest called Natalia's Yashnik. This quest has 4 stages to it and will require a specific piece of gear and weapons to create the blueprint. The drop rate on this gun is 1% from Natalia herself once the quest line is complete. Right, and then this would be the game mode part. Okay, so this is where the this is a fucking mouthful. Right. Once you've completed the main DLC questline, you'll receive a project called Byte Oshnikum. I probably botched that one. Which translates to be the hunter. All you have to do is go to the specific location in Delaware where you initially defeated Natalia, and you will get a hunter-like glitch on your screen. You will have to shoot 5 lights surrounding the area, and the hunter will spawn. The hunter has a question mark on its head. Once you've defeated it, you will unlock a new skill. This skill is called the smoke trap. The smoke trap activates once a friendly agent steps onto it, and you might have guessed it hides your nameplate and creates a smoke effect in the area, which is non-lethal. Okay, the typing is a bit botched there. Once you have unlocked this skill, you will be invited to matchmake into the latest game mode, Be the Hunter. The mode consists of 12 players, 10 of which are automatically Division agents, and 2 other agents become hunters. This is completely down to RNG. The hunters have to work on killing the Division 2 agents, whereas the Division 2 agents need to collect samples and extract them, similar to survival. But this time you get the opportunity to become the hunter. Pretty damn cool. The hunters have 6 skills they can use. Players may choose any of the skills they want before the game starts. By default, the hunters will have 5 million armor and 1 million health. Skill tier 3 for each skill that can upgrade their skills to higher skill tiers. When they defeat an agent and fully kill them, right? Again, typing's a bit fucked there. Hunters can fully kill an agent by downing them and then holding their melee bind to use their axe. Hunters also gain a movement speed when they use the new smoke trap. So this should be something every agent selects when players become hunters. The hunters also by default have double the status advantage when using EMP. Okay. Division 2 agents can use any loadout they want, but beware of using skills without any hazard and hunters can EMP for long durations. The division agents will have the armor they use on their build of choice, but you cannot change builds once selected. You're always in combat when in the game mode. You cannot change any items, even a piece by piece. Even the goal is to find 5 samples of which is called Zili Loi Lechni. Oh fuck knows. Botch that one too. Otherwise known as green cure. While obtaining these, you will come across operatives that roam and the streets will notify the hunters of your whereabouts, so you can play stealthy or go full guns blazing. Once you've extracted, which is when the helicopter arrives, you will have to load your samples onto the helicopter, but the helicopter leaving doesn't mean you win. 10 people can't fit onto one chopper, so you will have to either defeat the hunters or make it to one of the 2 exits. Once you exit, which is probably defended by a hunter that you end up killing or not, you finish the game mode, and each player was rewarded by XP and BTH and a BTH crate. A BTH crate will give players items, BTH credits that can be used as credits on the shop on a weekly vendor. Okay, so a couple of things right there. Now, again, I'm going to say straight off, for anyone who's watched it this far, again, this is probably fake, especially the way it's been typed. It's like a player's dream fantasy of what they want to see come to the game. Now, however, factoring in, you know, a dev post that we are expecting a new game mode to come to the game in late 21/early 2022, that's not been in the game before, and this game mode does seem like something entirely new, right? And it sounds really, really cool in concept. But again, as I've mentioned before, we've had many things in the past which have stated, oh, you know, X, Y, and Z is coming to the game. It never did. And the stuff that did, all right? So remember, take your pinch of salt. So going back to the start of the video where it says we're going after Natalia Sokolova in Delaware, USA, with similar to Warlords of New York style type thing, what I'm gathering from that, I can't see in that amount of time them making a new playable area and we do this. It just doesn't seem feasible. The only thing that I could actually see happening is they make this tiny playable area, right, where there's a mission, say like Camp White Oak-esque, right? That's where Natalia is, and then they, you know, they make some scenery around the mission area, right? That would seem logical. So yeah, you could say that's set in Delaware, right? Natalia being the head of, or one of the heads of Black Tusk, then yeah, more likely she's got her own custom exotic fucking weapon. I haven't read the stats on it because it's not relevant to come into the video. Same as those PvP changes esque stuff. However, the game mode, 12 players, you go into the mode and down to RNG, 2 players become hunters. Logically, you'd assume the mode would just randomly select 2 players, which again wouldn't be down to RNG, it'd just be 2 random players, right? It sounds very survival-esque to some degree. Now, original survival, you made it to the dark zone, you had to go after some broad spectrum antivirals. Again, sounds like the same thing, they've just twisted it into a Russian turn and called it green cure. Let's be honest. And we already know in the live story, technically, that Black Tusk is in need of trying to find broad spectrum antivirals. So again, makes sense, but that's almost playing on what we already know in game, right? Another variant of the trap. I mean, honestly, guys, who actually uses a trap? I don't. It's a shit skill. Never fucking had to use. Well, I have used it, and when I have, it's just not worth it. Even the explosive trap is just not worth it. Again, if you're gonna give a hunter that smoke / EMP effect, just copy what you did in Division 1 with the exotic bliss holster. You know, with that it was 10 shots with a sidearm, build up an EMP stack. All right, just do that again. Just use a holster that fucking, you do a certain motion and then it builds up an EMP and a smoke wave, you know? I don't know, just, or maybe it depends on what weapon you've got out at the time. Either or. But again, I like the concept of the mode. I just don't think, I genuinely don't think it's actually going to happen. But moving on to BTH. Was it BTH? Yeah, BTH crates and credits. Now, that just sounds like the original Phoenix credits from the Division 1 with its own special equipment vendor. Now, whatever these types of crates are that you can buy, fuck knows. But again, it just seems like it's playing on what we've already had in our previous game. Really don't see that being a thing. Not to say something like that couldn't make it into the game, I just don't see it happening. To be fair, the way I see Division 2, they've already fucked up vendors in this game at all. You know, they took out the Thieves' Den vendor from the Dark Zone, which was probably the best vendor. Casa Mendoza, every now, well, 90% of the time is shit, and the Clan vendor is pretty shit too. So yeah, unless this alleged vendor is actually going to be stocking some very, very good weapons, certain types of caches, then yeah, I just see that as like a sort of filler thing. And again, this entire sort of document, what was put up on Reddit, it comes across like it's a player's fantasy, what they want to see added to the game. And for the majority of it, I don't see it. If any part of this was in development or is in development concept idea, that makes sense. Alright. If it was a development concept idea and they just got put on Reddit, you know, there's probably hundreds of ideas that were for the game and got scrapped. Do you remember when Epic Slayer's done a video, I think it was leading up to the Dark Hours raid, and apparently the raid was supposed to have hunters and it never happened. So again, take it with a pinch of salt. You know, I doubt this is a thing, and if any part of this does become a thing, then yeah, fair enough. Anyway, I feel like this video has gone on long enough now. If you like the video, you agree with anything that even I've said and what I've thought of this, then leave a comment down below, like the video, dislike the video if you want to. I know I've got some trolls. No, subscribe to the channel. Another update, I'm just going to throw it into the end of it. I'm still waiting on a response in terms of Ghost Recon news. As soon as I get any more of that, then I will bring it to the channel as soon as I can. I know it's a bit late on getting this one up, but again, you know, the real world, I do work a full-time job, so it is what it is. But anyway, I will see you in the next one, so peace.